It must be racist. But bro, you go to HBCU, it's like, what sections of... Did y'all see a video of this person? That ain't AI, that's real. I I ain't know it was dangerous going to an HBC. The real sundowns are HBC, especially HBCU. It's like these are the hoods. I'm gonna sit to appear on the HBCU campus. No different idea. Less tolerant than everybody else. I know a lot of times they look at Mecca, man, don't go to or something. You ain't gotta go to the south side. You ain't gotta go to the south side of Chicago at night. Y'all listen to Obama? It's the hoods they walk through every. The real sundown towns is from the hoods. Whatsoever. Alabama, off record 7. Alabama. I can walk certain neighborhood in California. Down. What since you came 12? What's this? Think, what is that? I don't know. When you were the one in the wrong neighborhood, I'm gonna say, hey, I first say, hey, say, as a black man in some of these black environments, I am gonna be safe on a. I know you can't be safe on the ABC. You can. Okay. It don't matter where you go. Every major city, not a sundown town. Every major city has a sundown town, including a campus. Whoa. You see a TikTok or do some type of document? I've been seeing them for years. What is it like to go to an agency? Oh, supposed to be racist. Oh man, honestly, they must be racist over there. Oh, if you see you is like what set you from, cuz. You know, just see that video. The tell the tapes thing. That ain't AI, that's real. If you were in the room, go on HBCU. I know you whites. You want them to act different. To invite to the barbecue if you want to go to HBCU. You may not talk over the liberals over at Texas Tech. They're gonna feel some type of way. They're gonna get expelled from school. You're gonna face some pressure. But you ain't felt pressure until you help the Spellman or Howard or Hampton. You ain't felt pressure or Hampton. Tackle. Don't worry. You see, they may be different. What everybody else think. Funny point said, "Don't do it." Hollywood says he was trying to get a reaction and got one. Well, here's Hollywood. Does that make him look bad? Does that make him look bad? That makes somebody's daughters look bad. Daughter review haven't what is scheduled to be releasing. I'm pushing the envelope a little bit. The video is anti-intellectualism. It's going to be. We're expanding because I want to expand the conversation. Yeah, the typical things is most we wish to know that we just like to push the envelope on certain conversations. And so the video itself was specifically about anti-intellectualism. Most of the people are talking about anti-intellectualism, not intellectuals, not scholars, such as you don't have to be not negotiating or have a conversation, debating with people that's so scholarly, right? But every time I see a person that leads with their education, I always see a couple of different things. So most of the time, again, it has nothing to do with like you are traditionally educated for a liberal indoctrination camp or what you call college. But needs that they need validation for you to. Usually, number one, they're broke and have a lot of student loans. They need validation for you to acknowledge and cite their credentials or for them to have a conversation with them. They usually broke. They have a lot of student loans. Usually broke. You have a lot of student loans. That's number one. The second thing that I see is that a lot of times they are book smart, but they're not really that smart. They got degrees and pieces of paper from the liberation indoctrination camps that they sold to spies because they hate the system, they hate the government. They seek validate from their universities and their institutions in order to be incredible source, and then secondly, they're stupid in real life. They don't know what they're right from their left. They haven't been able to translate into money. Usually, a lot of times, the one that lead with the has something that is real dumb. A lot of times, the ones that lead with it having something that's really dumb, that don't add no value to it in society. They use other people's talking points, and they're not able to form senses based off their own lived experience and thoughts. And they don't get no results. They don't get any results. Hell, you see these type of videos where it's intolerant. I wonder on how you think you way through and look at these videos and react. And I see somebody saying, well, they want a reaction and they got it. That means you gave them what they want. They expect to get the reaction. Who looks stupid, you or them? Where does the fatigue? You see, why did you see black fatigue? You just see it on that video. You see it on the video. So put a camera in front of your face and you embarrass yourself. He got what he wanted. No, he got what he wanted. He went viral. He's probably going to make a lot of money from the video. He probably going to increase his profile. And he's doing it all on the backs of you embarrassing yourself. Somebody stick a camera expecting something for me to do something stupid. It'd be beyond me to go and prove him right. Even the word of God says, open him up and prove him right. A fool count, a fool is counted twice until he opens his mouth, stuck a camera in his face, and just went ahead and just did this the whole show. Gave him a minstrel show. So how educated or how educated you have a regular conversation. Yelled and screamed and big backs everywhere. Big backs everywhere. Yelled big backs everywhere. Simps all screaming. Don't even realize that they've been led right into the mouth. Looking stupid as hell, going viral. You can't even have a regular conversation script. Big backs everywhere, simps all around them, screaming. Don't even realize they've been led right into the looking stupid, going viral. Stupid, so dumb. I can't understand. I don't understand it for the life of me, bro. And they tell you that, and they'll tell you black people ain't right. And these the same people tell you that black people ain't racist. Stupid. So dumb. I can't. Black people ain't racist. Everybody is racist as far as I'm. So you prove me differently. Everybody racist at this point. So you prove me different. I look at people. Yeah, you a serial killer. You just have to prove it. Because I don't trust nobody anymore. You touch kids until you prove me different. Yep. Never talk to you until the first letter that's in my transcription. Because you a hacker and you try to steal my information. I don't like nobody. I don't trust nobody at this point. They think everybody is evil until they prove me different. I rank everybody at 0. Okay, and you breathe and you trying to change the world. You see it until they show you different. They disappoint you. It's survival mechanism. And I don't get. And I don't care if you get offended. And I don't care if you offended. I don't when you get offended, that's a lot. A lot of understanding. That's what you get. You want to change the world, and now they will. So hopefully in 6 p.m. I did a little video on it. They did it last for a week and a half. And everybody think they will mess me with that. Because you can walk out. Yeah, see walking until yeah, see walking until got a hoodie on your head. Yep, that's the killer. He's a serial killer. He from here. He wearing a hoodie. They show his he ain't showing his face. That's the killer. That's a criminal right there. I don't trust anybody. Not now, until they tell me something different. I don't trust nobody, anybody anymore. Not now, not ever anymore. Until they tell me something different. Keep on trusting them. Keep on trusting them. It's the fastest way for you to turn a super villain. Gosh, trust a lot of women. You know a lot about women? They always tell the truth. They always tell the truth. What about women? They always tell the truth. When they in love with you, for example, if they love you, they promise you they'll always be there for you. I can't tell you that we're madly in love. She told you. Talking to Tasha K. He's a narcissist and he likes boys. Women live in their if they always be there for you. I don't know, tell me culture calls with guys that were madly in love. You think they had a kid with you? Why you know? She told you, yes, I love you. I'll never tell your secrets. I'll never put it out there. Next thing you know, you're talking to she. Next thing you hear him talking to Tasha. Next thing you see him talking to Tasha K. You see him talking to Tasha K. A year later, he's a narcissist and he likes boys. So her truth, that's the thing. Guys tell truth. Women live in their truth. She told you her truth. At that moment, she was, oh my God, my ex was a narcissist. Oh my God. Let's bond together. That's why you didn't get a prenup. That's why you didn't get a prenup. I'm that type of person. Oh my God. I can't believe that. You see some sips. And you go see some simps on the. You'll see some simps online. And you gonna see some simps in the chat. They'll be like, "You ain't not real, man. You're not trying to make sure she. You're not trying to make sure she gets everything." Until you get your villain origin story. And then all the simps on the chat. You see some simps in the chat. Or you ain't. You're not trying to make sure she gets everything. You simps in the chat. Or you ain't real, man. You're not trying to make sure she gets everything. until you get your villain origin. So it's gonna change all the way from. Go ahead, try to get her out of that situation. Try to move. She said she wanted to move, and you gave her what she wanted. You're like, no, I don't like it. Whatever it is that she said she was at that moment, that was her truth at that time. She got a different truth now. Rules changed. The name of the change, the name of the she got a different truth. See, Sonny said, that's not all women. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. That's not all women. Where? Where? Who's women? Which women? Oh, which places women were? Isha. Isha says, the shit is people switch up. The sermon doesn't work. Yo, the sermon doesn't work. Look at your big back. Look like you work at the bakery shop cooking all cakes, all birthday cakes. Now, when it comes to evaluating you, listen, it's a controversy. I know you're going to disagree with it, but the sermon doesn't work. What I have learned after coaching after person after person after person and be in a situation, I can serve people in real time. Is you have to take people at face value at the time. That's it. Women's discernment, you wouldn't. Women's discernment. If women's discernment works, you wouldn't even have any. You wouldn't even have no single mothers. You wouldn't even have so many single mothers. So you never have so much child support. Child support after all these years. Think about how it's value. Believe them the first time and still protect yourself. And don't put yourself in a situation you could answer for later on. My discerners tell me that Chris Ramos. You know, I discern on is Chris Ramos is gay. Chris Ramos in the chat is gay. Do you think I'm right? Is gay. With a nose ring. If you think that Chris Ramos is gay in the chat, that's what my discernment is telling me. Is gay. Yes or no? Is gay or not gay? Say facts. They all said yes. They all said yes. Is gay. His breath state has bad hygiene. Fruity, zesty. He's good. Yep, so we all is gay. Is gay. Is gay. I want to acknowledge why people support me in the platform that send these chats, these cash apps. Yeah. I already snipped that video card. It. Okay. I don't take for granted the fact that you contributed. I read every single super chat, no matter what it is. Every single one that hit a like, I thank you. I appreciate you. I don't take it for granted. All this evil and hate and going to need Jesus more than ever. Hashtag Jesus is. Oh. Thank you for Big Dog. What's the footage of the Indian shooting? Yeah, I know. You, Jasmine, you bitch. The only other thing you were. I didn't even say nothing. I was just chill, slow motion. I'm in my groove. What the raptures? We still here. And I'm in chill mode. You know, that's a different conversation. That'll be a different type of live stream. Like I'm gonna do what's gonna. Evil gonna do what you do. You're just gonna do what you do. You know, I'm just 27 today. See, prove me wrong, Tor. I might have to do. Prove me wrong. Jasmine Crockett clones. Facts. We need that gay vote in the car. We need just gay Jason. Need that gay vote. A shooter? I don't know. ICE facility. Shot people took themselves to the latest on. So, somebody said it in the chat. Cosplaying. Try to sign the legislature to require ISIS. Federal just local and state laws. What ICE agents are facing today is crazy. You should thank your local ICE agent, police officer, HSI, federal officers, so on and so forth. They're enforcing the law in order to ensure that America is safe as now going under law. And Gavin Newsom, for example, signs legislation in California that requires, amongst other things, one of the things they required ICE agents to basically unmask. Now, why? The only reason why they doing this is cosplaying because they don't have to do anything. Criminals run rampant. I got an example later on today, but the reason, the concept behind it, to remove somebody's mask so they can basically get dollars, so their family can be safe. And when I first heard about this story earlier this morning, I found it really, 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 really weird. And the reason why I find it weird is because there are always a lot of copycats and stuff happen on the left. Right now, the intolerant left is basically out of control. I blame everybody. I blame Republicans. I especially blame Democrats. Republicans not nipping this in the bud early and make sure they stand as a Democrats who continue to incite violence against them. It's because you used to honor police officers or incite violence. And make sure if you assault a postal worker, anybody that's part of the federal government, if you do anything against somebody, it's supposed to be severe penalties. If you assault a postal worker, you are supposed to go under the jail. If you put your hands inside of a mailhouse, an unofficial mail, and you post the flyer, you literally can find and arrest you for that. They can find and arrest you for that. Now we have no respect for anybody that's a part of the federal government. That's because we gotten relaxed. That we become a nation that, amongst individual states, champion criminal activity instead of championing the people that's trying to protect those that are the most vulnerable amongst us. The rapture is coming because bad is good and good is bad. Now we have a situation where we have a copycat shooter, a sniper that's sitting on a roof shooting at ICE agents in ICE facilities, injury illness 3 people, and take themselves out. And we just seen this 3 weeks ago with Charlie Kirk. We seen this book a couple of weeks ago with Charlie on campus over there at Utah Valley University. We just seen the same thing. Literally the same thing. The same thing. Just so happened the Dallas ICE facility. Wait a minute. You stupid. It's not a white or black thing. It's not a left or right thing. It's a people thing. You know, we the anti-intellectuals were right. Some people just saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Yeah, just what you think? Just a regular person that doesn't have a political ideology that's been put into is shooting at ICE officers at an ICE facility? Okay, I get you. 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 Mm-mm. Uh-oh. Goodness. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, who? Where? What? Let me see another. Let me bring another article and pamphlet, and we make sure we get all. Hey, this still uncovered. This is still something that's ongoing. It's literally just happened this morning. As we get new information, we will reveal it to you guys. I'll see you on top of you, obviously. So let's head to live. Mm, touchdown. Uh, mm, mm. Panthers, Saints, and Falcons. So, Falcons, Panthers, and Saints. Titans. So I've been telling y'all that since the beginning. It's listen. I think people need to be doing a more thorough investigation to everybody that's playing a role in their life. I'm gonna jump outside before we go to the next story because I wanted to talk about this NBA young boy, so getting shut down, and white man getting beat up on the over in St. Louis. But I want to say something real quick, okay? I appreciate you. Let me say this: that the fastest point for you recognize a person is sane or insane that you don't know in social media. Here's the like this used to make sense. If you start talking to a girl, and she seemed a little weird. She's a little weird. Go to her social. She seemed a little weird. Go to social media and not gonna make sense for you. Don't just look at her pictures, try to figure out. And she's a baddie. Look, scroll. Do y'all know they have people that specialize? If you want to make a bag, right? If you want to make a bag, one decision that you could do is part time is market yourself as a person that scrubs persons to affect them. There's a market. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and for whatever reason, how you talking to somebody, and next thing you know, you start seeing them pop up your algorithm when you start being on social media, and you start scrolling up a certain platform. That's how we know the speed that feed is the confidence. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and he was talking to me about he decided he didn't want to talk to a specific girl. And I'm like, okay, so what's wrong with her? And he said, her social media ain't what it's supposed to be. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, well, my God, go into investigation. Exactly who she is, and what's going on. He's like, that's the first time I ever heard it before. I'm like, he said that he hires and some other people that he knows and he got a significant amount of resources, which means they are less likely to take chances of people that they take chances of people that they don't know. You gotta know exactly what your history is, exactly what you put out on social media. In the history, most people they'll go back and erase all the old stuff. They just be talking, right? And so what he's doing is there are guys with resources hire investigators of people that specialize in scrubbing and go to find out who you are on social media. They hire people to go find out who you really are and put together a summary or red flags of what you posted online. Listen, don't come to me sick. Oh man, there's people making a bag off of scrubbing people's social media. Listen, it's a play. Y'all need to go get their money because well, there are people that hire people to probably see when I find out that the chick's gonna finesse them or don't chick that's still for us still that's looking for his money. One of the things that they do is they hire somebody to go and look at her social media or all platforms and scrub and find out who she is. Jobs. They're all looking at from one list. Organizations are going through and say an economy or a business that has not been capitalized on. I have to have the time to. I will do it myself. I have so many ideas. I never be. I never be broke. I have the time. I do so for myself. There's organization. You can market yourself to stuff that they don't even know. There's organizations that need to go and scrub people's social media to find out whether or not that's the person that they should hire is a cultural fit, is it going to be problematic, or they need to be excluded from the interview process after they interview. Hey, shout out to let me read the super shit. Shout out to two people that is so you gotta be a different type of person. You gotta be a different type of person to be so obsessed with somebody as a grown man that you making multiple different accounts after you get there and still able to talk back and forth with me to try to get my attention. And that's just for anybody. I didn't even know that I was this important. I got 1.6 million, 4 different platforms, but I didn't know I was important enough for people to be go and creating duplicate accounts to try to get my attention. So I can say whatever it is. Look, think about the amount of time they go and create a new YouTube account and they gotta come in, they type that you gotta subscribe, you type one paragraph and get banned and removed and nobody remembers you. Do you know the type of like do you know what type of loser that you have to go and create a brand new YouTube account after you get banned the first 3 times to try to get somebody's attention, only to get banned again? You know what type of loser that you have to be? You know how the type of time that you have to do something like that? That's crazy. I don't even look at myself as that important. I don't even take myself serious half the time. I'll be saying something, boy, you crazy. You're just crazy. And there are people, Tylenol, baby. I heard, told Trump, I heard, I, I heard Trump told someone to tough it out. The woman is to tough it out. Hey, tough it out. So your child, tough it out. So your child don't have autism. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that in the show tomorrow. I may add that to some Trump was telling the chicks, hey, don't be taking that Tylenol. Don't put the esophamin, whatever it is. That's why your kid be looking stupid in the classroom. You can't pay attention. Don't. That's why your child can't pay attention. I don't look at myself that important. Look, that's why. That's why I see the ladies. I know the ladies. Ladies, I ain't gonna get. I feel y'all pain. I feel y'all pain. Oh, he's nice. He got 70 pounds. Please, feel your. I feel your pain. If I see the ladies, I know the ladies. Listen, ladies, I ain't gonna cap. I feel y'all pain. Imagine running into a dude, you say, oh, he's a nice guy, and you figure out that he got several counts that you try to communicate with. How would you, if you're a woman and you start to date a guy and you found out he was typing hard on my chat, and he got several different accounts, is just just in case he get banned by the first 6, what would you think? Serial killer, right? Serial killer, right? I don't think serial killer immediately. Serial killer. I would think serial killer immediately. afternoon show. So, good afternoon. Um, Good afternoon. Now, afternoon show at noon. So no, it's very valuable. If get that one. Tanea Day, what's Tanea? I appreciate you, super. Good morning, Kate. Back is a fight ever. Yeah, Coach Alabama. I'm working on it. I'm working on start. I think I'm started in the middle of October. My dog. Yeah, that's what FTC.